Hello pellet heads, this is your top 12 tips and tricks for your Camp Chef pellet grill. These tips will be good for any of the other brands of pellet grills too. Pit Boss, Rectac, Green Mountain, you name it, Traeger. All of them have pretty much the same operating characteristics as the Camp Chef. A couple of these might be specific to the Camp Chef, but there's a few other grills with some similar features as well. These 12 tips are going to help you get more enjoyment out of your pellet grill and help it last a lot longer. I'm going to have links to everything used in this video in the description below, including the Armor Gear apron. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down there and don't forget the bell icon so you don't miss any videos. Check this out. These tips are going to move pretty quickly, so you might have to watch this more than once to catch everything. These are the kind of tips that is going to help your grill last longer, cook better, and might keep you from burning your house down. Tip number 1, foil your drip tray. Even if you got the one with the louvers in it, it's a little extra work, but well worth it. It makes cleanup way more easier, even if you have the one with the louvers in it. You do have to cut holes for the louvers if you have a louver drip tray, but foiling that drip tray is going to make keeping it clean a lot easier. All right, that one alone ought to be worth a thumbs up. Hit that like button down there. Tip number 2, see your drip tray? The edges are about here and here. So you've got about 2 inches on the front and 2 inches on the back that you cannot cook on. You could, but if you do, number 1, you'll be blocking airflow and heat from below, but also grease is going to drip past the drip tray, past the grease system, and you're risking a grease fire, and you're going to build a lot of sludge in the bottom of your grill barrel. So always cook over your drip tray. Tip number 3, if you have a Camp Chef or a similarly equipped grill, dump your burn pot of the ash before you start to cook. Camp Chef makes it real easy. You just lift up on the catch, pull this knob out, and that dumps the burn pot into this cup. And that makes for easy cleaning to get ready for your next cook. Now if you don't have a Camp Chef or a grill with a similar burn pot dump feature on it, you're going to have to take the grill apart about every 2 or 3 cooks and vacuum that burn pot out. Otherwise you end up getting ash over the igniter and the grill's just not going to light. Tip number 4, use the foil bucket liners for your grease bucket. These grease bucket liners make cleaning out the grease bucket a whole lot easier. All you really have to do is take them out, throw them away, put a new one in. And of course I have a link to these in the description below too. Tip 5, add the sidekick attachment to your grill. Even if you got somebody else's grill, the Camp Chef sidekick can be added to just about any of them. The sidekick allows you to do peppers and onions, cook bacon for your bacon burgers, cook breakfast on it if you want. All the things that you can do to help with the food that you're cooking on the rest of the grill, you can cook on the sidekick. Also, the cast iron griddle comes off and it's a great pot burner for things like steaming crabs or doing a low country boil or pretty much anything you'd want to use a pot on a side burner for. Tip number 6, I don't care what brand pellet grill you have, put a set of grill grates on them. Grill grates make every grill better. Trust me on this one. These grill grates concentrate the heat to the top of the raised rails. That gives you great searing, great grill marks, and crispier skin on your chicken. And of course there's a link in the description for those as well, or you can just go to grillgrates.com and they custom cut them for every grill. Just make sure they don't go out past your drip tray. You guys that don't have grill grates that get them can thank me in the comments later. Those of you that have grill grates, leave a comment, tell the others that I'm not kidding. Tip number 7, get a good instant read thermometer like this Maverick PT100. This thing will let you read in the dark, which is great for wintertime cooks, for those of you like us that cook year round. And it's good to get a second opinion from another thermometer, even when you're using the probes on your cooker. A good instant read thermometer like this is a must. Now these guys just crack me up. They talk about their thumb, pressing their thumb with a finger, and this is the doneness of your steak. So what they're trying to tell us is that my thumb has just the same amount of muscle and fat as that other guy's thumb, and that kid that wears skinny jeans, I don't think so. Get a thermometer. Tip number 8 and 8.5. When you're preheating your grill, go ahead and move your slide over to direct heat and heat that grill up to about 300 to 350 degrees to kill any bacteria you have on your grates and preheat the grates so you don't get those cold grate marks. This is tip 8.5. If you're putting on chicken especially, now's a great time to put the chicken on skin side down, and I'll show you why. When you put that chicken on those nice hot grates, you get that sizzle. It tells you that sear is starting. That's what we're after. We're going to leave these on for about 5 minutes on direct heat, then give them a little turn and another 5 minutes to sear that skin. Well, I don't have to do that on my other smoker. You're right, you don't have to because you can't. On a pellet grill you can. Get that first good heat, get that sear on that skin, flip them over, and now, as when you put it back to indirect heat, turn your heat back down, I'm gonna set this at 250 and the smoke on 7. Now just let them get happy in the smoke until they're done. First thing you want to do though, let some of this heat get out of here. We're done with direct cooking. Now we're gonna indirect smoke. All right, tip number, what tip number are we on? 9. Tip number 9, use your probes. Your cooker came with probes, use them. Even if you're barbecuing thighs, knowing what the temperature's doing on your meat is critical. And if you already have the probes anyway, why not use them? Get a good one somewhere, stick the probe in, not touching the bone, about the middle of the meat, and it'll give you an idea of what's happening with your cook without having to open the grill. And what do they tell us all the time? If you're looking, you're not cooking. Tip number 10, and this is a very important one, folks. Do not leave this grill unattended while it's cooking. I know what a lot of the marketing literature says. Set it and forget it. No, you can't. You have to monitor this grill. All of these pellet grills are subject to a condition called flame out. It happens. And when it does, it can catch the whole thing on fire if you're not around to catch it. What happens with a flame out is the fire ends up getting snuffed out to a point by the pellets. Usually happens at a lower firing rate, like smoking low and slow. So what happens is as the fire starts going out and the temperature goes down, the computer feeds more pellets, snuffs more fire out. The computer feeds more pellets, snuffs more fire out. Eventually those pellets are going to ignite. And when they do, a lot of times there's a backfire in this thing. It can blow the lid open, or if there's enough pellets in it, it can actually turn this thing into a great big blazing inferno because all those pellets are going to catch at once. It's kind of rare, but it can happen, and you need to be aware of it. So what do you do if you think your grill is having a flame out? The first sign of a flame out is the temperature starts going way low, way lower than it ought to go. When you see that, go ahead and turn the grill off, dump the pellets out of the bottom, restart the grill, and it will be fine. If you happen to miss it, another sign is big, thick, heavy clouds of dense smoke. That's a flame out. That's what's happening. Do not let those pellets ignite like that. Turn the grill off, dump the pellets, start over. Only takes a few seconds, will keep you safe, keep you happy. Every single brand of pellet grill can have that happen. It's like having a charcoal grill run away when the grease drips down on the charcoal or something like that. It's just a thing to watch out for. Fairly rare, but it can happen. Do not leave these grills unattended. Now, of course, some of the grills like the Camp Chef and others have Wi-Fi capability, so you can monitor the grills with your phone. And you can actually shut the grills down from your phone as well. So you don't have to stand there and stare at it. You can go do some other things. There are also other electronic devices. TAPIQ is one, Fireboard is one, that you can use to monitor the grill and your cook while you're away for a little bit of time. But if you're going to leave this grill and leave the property, move it away from the house just in case. Better safe than sorry. Tip 11. Clean your grill after every 10 to 20 cooks, depending on how long those cooks are. You'll get a feel for it after you get to know your grill some. Now with the Camp Chef and the other grills that have the ash dump out of the burn pot, you don't have to clean it very often. You may have to clean your grill literally every 3 or 4 cooks if you don't have that feature on your grill. One of the cool things about the foil is all the crud that you scrape off the grill, if you fold your drip tray, you can just make land right on that foil. So when you get to the next level of cleaning, it just comes right off. You don't have to worry about disposing of or handling again all the mess that you scrape out of your grates. Get in there and vacuum out all that ash, change the foil on the tray, scrape out the grease system, change the bucket liner, scrape out any buildup on the inside of the barrel and the lid too, and of course clean your grates with a putty knife or other tools. But never those bristle brushes. If you've been using those stainless steel bristle brushes to clean your grill, hit the pause button right now, go get it and throw it away. I'll wait. Here, look. I'll hit the pause button for you. Ready? But seriously, those things hurt people. The bristles break off. They end up in food. Every year, a bunch of people end up going to the emergency room with those stainless steel bristles stuck in their throat, their esophagus. It's not good. Get rid of those brushes. Quit using them. A putty knife is typically all you need. Even tongs are great for scraping out your grills. Tip number 12. Get on some of these pellet Facebook groups. These pellet grill groups on Facebook have bulk buys of pellets. There's a company that sells lumberjack pellets, barbecue pellets online, and they do these bulk buys where they have people from an area, your area, get together and they buy a ton of pellets and they split them all up, and it's down around like $8 a bag, sometimes less. So it's a tremendous buy on pellets. It's local to you, it saves on freight, and you can really stock up on the pellets so you don't have to run out and buy crappy pellets. The lumberjack pellets do a great job. They're species wood, not oak flavored with oils like Traeger and some other crappier pellet brands. Join those Facebook groups. I'll probably see you there. I'm in just about all of them. Now, if that's not worth hitting that thumbs up like button down there, I don't know what is. If you have questions, leave them down in the comment section below this video and I'll answer them the best I can. There's also links up there in the cards to other videos with recipes and cooks on the Camp Chef Woodwind. Links to our Facebook page for this channel is in the description below, along with Instagram, #HuntFishCook, and our Patreon team's also linked below if you're interested in that. Hit that subscribe button down there. Don't forget the bell icon so you don't miss any videos. And give us that thumbs up like button if you haven't already. I hope you did. See you next time. Stop messing with my... It can't see you looking at your chin, you dummy.
This is Scott Gregg. I'm going fishing tomorrow. We're going to have a good time and drink beer. That's Scott Gregg right there.
And of course, clean your grates with a putty knife or other tools, but never those bristle brushes. And of course, clean your grates too with a putty knife or other tools, but never with those bristle brushes. Can't say bristle brush. And of course, clean your grates too with a